Good evening and welcome everybody. My name is Jesse. It is Wednesday, and you know why we're here? For the NFL release of the schedule. I'm excited. I hope you are too. My name is Jesse again. Welcome to Questionable Sports. I'm a little excited there. I'm not even drinking. So, how are we doing today, ladies and gentlemen? Let's get started. You know how we do things around here. I'm not drinking, but huh? All right. So, let's see what we got to talk about today. All right. You already know my handles. Topics of the day. I already welcomed y'all. Again, welcome to the show. Games to watch. What do you think? That's one of my favorite topics now, right now, since we're not doing the whole put a shot on it. Scott's gonna bless us today, so he should be joining us shortly. Again, we're gonna go over the schedule release, Cowboys, some of the big games going on throughout the whole year. Question of the day, important dates. Oh, damn it. You know what? We're not going to do important dates. I didn't set that one up, so I apologize. And of course, it's my show, so I get the last word. So we're not going to do important dates. I forgot about that one. Sorry. Okay, I'll get it right now. All right, well, let's start off by what games to watch. First thing, NBA, Mavs are out, so we're in the playoffs. You got the Knicks and the Celtics. Knicks are up 3-1. They win today. They're on to the next round. Same thing, Warriors. I think the Knicks and Celtics are actually playing right now. Let me give y'all a score update real quick for all you basketball fans out there. Give y'all a score update. Knicks are up 52-51. So up by one with 3 minutes, 33 seconds left in the second. So it's going to be a pretty close game. I'm not going to sleep on the Celtics. I know that Tatum's out, but they still got a lot of good players on that team. So I'm not going to sleep on the Celtics just yet. Knicks are playing hella good. I haven't been watching some of the games. I've been keeping up with the Stars, actually. So maybe the next round I may start watching a little bit more. Later on today is the Warriors versus the Timberwolves. Wolves are up 3-1. Wolves have been playing hella good. They knocked out the Lakers. A lot of people didn't give Wolves a chance against the Lakers just because they had Luka and LeBron. But I'm again Warriors. Curry's not playing, so that's a big loss for the Warriors. So I don't see the Warriors coming back from a 3-1 deficit against the Timberwolves. So I think Wolves are going to be on to the next round. Y'all let me know what y'all think about that, about what I just said. On to the next thing. NHL games. You got the Jets versus the Stars. How about them Stars? Stars are up 3-1. They play tomorrow. If the Stars win tomorrow, they are on to the next round. Let's go. Again, let's rewind. If they Stars win tomorrow, they are on to the next round. So, also tonight, you got the Oilers, Edmonton Oilers versus the Knights. If the Oilers win tonight, they're on to the next round. And whoever wins that game plays the Jets and the Stars. Whoever wins the Jets and the Stars. So hopefully it's the Stars, but we'll see. You know, I'm not going to sleep on the Jets. They're a really good team. Edmonton Jets, if you didn't know. No, not Edmonton. The Winnipeg Jets. Edmonton Oilers is the other team. Winnipeg Jets. So let's go Stars. We can do it. Finish off the strong tomorrow night, 8:30. I hate that it's a late game, but you know the other night it was a late game, and I watched it the second period. Second period. I tried to stay up to watch through the third, and I was like, nope, I crashed out. My wife said, "You're falling asleep. Go to bed." I'm like, you're right. You're right. I'm going to bed. So yeah, I didn't even start the third intermission. I just passed out. Last game, Tuesday night, they started at 7, so I was able to watch the whole thing. So, and how about what's his name with that hat trick Tuesday night? Unexpected. Nobody expected him. Everybody's worrying about everybody else except him, and he goes and get 3. So that was pretty awesome. Baseball. Rockies and Rangers, they play at 7, so just now starting. Rangers already won 2 or 3. If they win tonight, they sweep the Rockies. Poor Rockies are such a terrible team. Such a terrible team. Um, I don't know. I don't know if is the chat working, ladies and gentlemen. I don't know if the chat is working. Let me check real quick because sometimes it'll mess up and I have to reset it. So let me reset this real quick. Chat. Here we go. Hopefully that works. So, and then you got the Marlins and Cubs. It didn't put a channel on there, so I'm not sure if you what channel to watch the Marlins Cubs game. So we'll see if that if well, not going to see. I'm not going to watch that game. I don't care about the Marlins or Cubs. But I just put a game out there just so if anybody wants to watch it. I know Cubs are a fan favorite with some of you guys. So UFL Defenders versus the Renegades Saturday at 11 ABC. Oh, is it Sunday? I got Saturday. I'm sorry about that, ladies and gentlemen. It's Sunday at 11 on ABC. No, that's right. It is Saturday. And then you got Friday night Showboats versus the Brahmas, the Brahma Bulls. Brahma Bulls. So Brahma Bulls only won one game. I think they're like 1-6. Renegades, they're 3-4. They're not playing. I mean, they can be a good team. There's a couple of games there they went down to the end and they ended up just losing. So I just wish that I can, but not wish that I can. I mean, I can't do shit about it. I wish they can do something about it, play a little better. But you never know. They got a couple of more games. They played 10 games, so they got 3 more left. So hopefully they can get on a winning streak, make the playoffs. So, but that's what I got for games to watch. I think Scotty just joined us.
What's up?
What's going on, Mr. Scotty? How you doing today, sir?
Much. I'm good.
Let's give Scotty a round of applause. So I already did what to watch, Scotty. The next thing to do, I don't know if you want to start your segment already, or you want to go into what do you think segment.
We can go to what do you think first?
All right, we're gonna go to what do you think segment, which is one of my favorites. I've said before. The first question of what do you think is, what do you think of the Cowboys trade for Pickens, the wide receiver from Pittsburgh? My opinion, I think it's a good trade because what was everybody talking about after the draft? Cowboys didn't get no receivers. Cowboys didn't get no receivers. Now they picked up the receiver. I think it's going to help a lot with Dak on the offensive side. The only thing I'm worried about is the Cowboys going to be a pass heavy team with a lot of teams, and it's a copycat league, and everybody's talking about running backs now, running backs. Is the Cowboys, getting away to still want to stick to being the passing team, which is not a problem to me. It's just, I mean, if you're going to do that, stick to your guns. Don't just follow ship or do half-ass follow. You know what I mean? So, but I'm excited about it. I'm hope he's doing good. The only thing, and I said this before, and I don't know if I said this, and I haven't said it on stream. He is a little bit of diva. He does cry. We've seen him crying on the sideline when the Cowboys beat him last year. And how he acts on the field when he's losing. So he is a poor loser, but hopefully that all changes when he comes to Dallas. We'll see how that turns out. What do you think, Scotty?
Yeah, I think it was decent. I mean, like you said, they need a receiver, and so yeah, I think he's pretty good.
Yep. All right. Question number 2. What do you think of the Stars of their play right now? What do you think of that? To me, they're playing hella good. I mean, at first we're worrying. The only person that was scoring was Ratner. Only one that was scoring. He was going to, putting all these points and carrying the Stars. Now it's just like, who's going to score now? Who's going to do this? Who's stepping up? The goalie's stepping up. Ottinger, he's playing good. And it's funny to hear that the fans say Ottinger is better. And I know why they're saying that, because Ottinger was the backup to the Jets goalie and the Nations game, the Four Nations game. And they did that in All-Star. So, but I just I feel like it was. I feel like the whole team's playing good as a team. Everybody's healthy. Robinson's back. Uh, Nico is back, so everybody's healthy. So I'm excited to see what the whole team put together is going to look like now. So, anything you got to say, Scotty?
Yeah. Towards the end of the season, they started to fall apart. I was getting a little worried. I thought they were gonna be out in the first round, but
Yeah,
they came out strong and when it mattered. So they're looking good right now.
yeah. Uh, ah, so I'm trying to figure. I'm looking right now for the schedule, see if they have this. They've released it, but ESPN hasn't updated their schedule yet on the website yet. So, but we'll figure it out by the time we get there.
Yeah. Giants schedule was leaked early this afternoon.
Yeah, I know you were talking about it. Um,
I put it on the questionable sports Facebook page
okay,
after
cool,
it was leaked.
cool. Um, the next question. What do you think of Major League Baseball lifting the ban on Pete Rose and Shoeless Joe? What's crazy is I was like they should, you know, they should let him in. Pete Rose at least. I didn't know too much about what's going on with Shoeless Joe, but I knew a lot about Pete Rose. But when they said a lifetime ban, I guess they meant they had to wait. He had to wait till he passed away before they'll just lift the ban. So,
Yeah.
uh, that literally was a lifetime ban. But I just hate it because I felt like Pete Rose deserved to be in the Hall of Fame. He was a great player for the game. I mean, even after the whole scandal later on, at towards the end of his life, everybody was watching him. Everybody was watching him and all the Major League Baseball analysts. When they did their little commentary thing, and everybody was just like, "Man, this guy knows his baseball." So, um, it sucks that he wasn't able to give his Hall of Fame speech and do all that, but he will be remembered for the rest of the life because he will be in the Hall of Fame. I believe when they vote for him, he will be in. What do you got, Scotty?
Yeah. I mean, I'm pretty much everything you said. Um, I agree with the lifting the ban. Like you said, it'd been cool if it was earlier, so he could um, give a Hall of Fame speech. But yeah, I think it's definitely well deserved.
Yeah. Yep. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Uh, Last one. What do you think of the Mavs getting the number one pick, uh, in the NBA draft? I thought that's crazy. I didn't even watch the draft lottery. I was like, "There's no way the Mavericks are going to get the number one pick." I mean, I think they were projected to get 11, and I was like, "I'm not going to watch." I mean, I don't know basketball enough to be honest with y'all to sit there, at least college basketball, and sit there and be like, "Oh, 11th. Okay, this is who the Mavs I think should get." I'm not going to sit there and lie to you and be like, "Oh, the Mavs should get this guy," or the Mavs should look after this guy. I don't even know. Like everybody's talking about what's his name?
Cooper Flag.
Yeah, and I didn't really
Yeah.
see him in the tournament because he got hurt. So I can't even tell you. It's like, hey, this is this is who you need to look for. I think he's good at this and good at that. So I knew nothing about it. Now Scott, he can tell you a little bit more about basketball than I will, and I'm sure he will. So I'm gonna pass it on to Scott. Scott, what do you think?
Um, as long as they don't um screw it up, Mika doesn't screw it up.
don't
Um,
don't go
yeah. I mean,
trading the first round pick.
how do they project where teams going? Isn't it just random?
Um, so they're based off of your record for one, and then you get a percentage, and
Oh, okay.
and they have these little lottery balls or whatnot,
Yeah.
and then the lottery balls they do something, and each one that pops up. I don't know. I've never seen the whole lottery thing. I
Okay.
I
Yeah.
just see them reveal who's got what. That's all I know. So
yeah. So yeah, I mean, good for them. I mean, I think Cooper Flag would probably be the number one overall, no matter
yeah,
which
man.
team it was.
Hold on, I'm still having trouble with the chat. People are saying, or somebody just said you're not seeing the chat. Oh, I don't want to have to stop it, the whole stream, and start it back up again. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Oh, here we go. I had the wrong one. I had the wrong chat up, guys. I'm sorry. What's up, Mom? How you doing? Thank you for joining. What's up? I know more about sports than you. You're always joining. I appreciate it. Nico's still in charge, just waiting to be disappointed again. Yeah. I'm sorry
Yeah.
about that. I did have the wrong chat up. I apologize, but I appreciate y'all. Thank you, Mom, for letting me know that the chat was not working. So, and I reset it too, and I was like, "What the fuck? Why isn't it working?" So, I was like, I did not want to have to start the whole stream back up again. Uh, but okay, what are we talking about? Yeah. So when the first thing that happened, I was playing the video game, uh, and then I got a notification on my phone that they got the first pick. I think I text you, Scotty. I was like,
Yeah.
Mavs got the first pick, and then I text Miguel, who's our Mavs guy, and yeah, he was psyched. But then everybody just started making fun. I started reading all like a bunch of comments. Everybody started making fun of Nico's going to trade away to get different person. I put
Yeah.
Nico's going to trade the first round pick and get Zion Williams. So, um, but I think that's all we got for what you think. Don't forget, hey, I like y'all's opinion. Y'all let me know what y'all think when just because I'm being Scott or saying something, feel free to put your opinion in as well. But moving right along, it's time for Scotty's selfish segment. I don't have his screen set up because Scotty has not gave me the information I asked him for. I'm just letting y'all know, America.
Facebook at questionable sports podcast, and I'm in a process of setting up Instagram too.
There you go. So, Scotty, and then one thing me and Scotty are working on. Scotty doesn't mind being on camera, so he said we'll probably try to set that up. That's gonna be here in a few. We're gonna take a little break after this episode, and then we'll be back in June. But we'll talk about more about that later. Right now, we're talking about what we talking about, Scotty. It's all yours.
We're going to be talking about some college football news.
College. I love
There's
college football.
quite a bit has happened in the last couple of weeks.
Mm-hmm.
See what we got here. First thing is they're still discussing about the expanded playoff. The 14-team model would grant 4 automatic qualifiers to the SEC, Big Ten, 2 to the Big 12 and ACC, and 1 for the highest ranked Group of 5, and then at large for Notre Dame, of course, if they fall within the top 14. And then the 16-team playoff would have a play-in system replacing the conference championships. And it would also require SEC teams to play 9 conference games instead of 8, which they play right now.
Yeah.
And then secondly, Notre Dame and Clemson has signed, what was it, 12-year?
12-year. Yeah, I saw that.
Contract to play each other every year, alternating sites starting in 2027. So my question is, what is one rivalry that you would like to see brought back or would like to start a new rivalry?
So that's a good question. That is a good question. So I don't know how much the rivalries are in other conferences, but I remember watching University of Central Florida versus University of South Florida game, and I know they're both in Florida, so I would think there will be a rivalry, but I don't think they play every year. And when I watched that game, it was probably one of the best games. I always say this me and Scotty always say this too. I'm not the only one that says this. The smaller games are probably one of the best games you're gonna watch because they're equally matched. Because you'll have Alabama playing against a nobody, but
South Alabama.
yeah, you know what I'm saying. So I watched that game. And that game was going back and forth, back and forth. I was like, man, this game is so damn good. I couldn't keep my eyes off it. I mean, I was just like, holy shit, this is probably one of the best games I've seen. So that's one game that I don't know if it's a rivalry or if they play every year, but if it isn't, I highly recommend that game. But a game that I wish there would probably be a rivalry, and this is again, it's another small school, is Texas State and University of Texas San Antonio. They're like not even like
Yeah.
30 minutes away from each other. I don't
Yeah.
know, maybe a little bit longer, maybe an hour, hour and a half, but they're close to each other.
Oh,
So,
yeah.
so
Yeah,
why
that would be pretty decent.
is there? What about you, Scotty? That's a good question.
Mine would be kind of going back to the old Big 8, Big 12 days. Colorado and Nebraska.
I was just when you said that, I was like that's the game that popped in my head. It was like Colorado, Nebraska. I don't know if you have the stream up. As soon as you said going back to the old Big 12 days, I just turned and looked. I was like, oh, I think I know where he's going with this.
Yeah, I mean that was always a good rivalry.
Yeah, that's a good one. I didn't even think about that till you like it is. As soon as you said old Big 12, I was like, wait a minute, Colorado, Nebraska was always good. Oh yeah. The Rangers are winning 2-0 right now. I just checked a few minutes ago. They're winning 2-0. But yeah, that was a question in chat. Yeah, that when you said that's crazy how that just popped in my head. Like when you said that. There might be some other ones that were not. Would be just because I'm not saying that just because of what the game that was, but a Texas USC. When that Rose Bowl game was so damn good, and I know it won't. I don't think it will ever match that again because the players that they had back then. But I think it would just be fun just to have that every year. Imagine having a Texas USC game every year.
Yeah, that would be pretty. That would be good.
Do y'all think that the Stars are going to do Game 7? Nah, I hope not. Shit, because the Game 7 is up there. If they win tomorrow night in Winnipeg, they're off to the next round. But if they lose, they come back to Dallas, and they probably play They probably play Saturday. So, which I prefer them not playing. I'd rather them just play and get it over with.
Yeah.
So, but go ahead, Scotty. Keep going.
Let's see. Next, we have about the whole from 2023, the whole sign stealing scandal.
Oh yeah.
Everyone thought it was over, but no, it's still going.
Wait,
still
there's more.
So Michigan has did a self-imposed 2-game suspension for Sharon Moore during the 2025 season for the alleged deleting of text messages between him and Connor Stallions. It happened like right around when the time the media broke the story about the sign stealing.
Yeah.
So they have scheduled for week 3 and 4 during the season, which is Central Michigan and Nebraska.
What's
some
crazy?
people say
okay, go ahead.
That Michigan might be just trying to what's the word I'm looking for?
They're trying to like wiggle the way out.
Basically, trying to look like they're holding themselves accountable, but it's more of a strategic damage control move.
Yeah.
It's because they have a hearing coming up with the NCAA in June.
Well, the thing is like I understand the first game, Central Michigan, but why Nebraska? I'm not gonna say Nebraska's gonna be good, but Michigan's not gonna be that good next year.
Yeah. Well, one theory I heard is because they have a brand new quarterback
Uh huh.
and they want to give him 2 games to settle in before
If
he takes his suspension.
oh, well, that's why you have a quarterback coach.
Yeah, I don't know.
What is Shamor Moore? Is he an offensive coach or a defensive coach?
He was the offensive coordinator when
Okay,
this was
okay. Well,
when all the sign stealing stuff was happening.
yeah, okay. I guess that makes sense. But like okay, going back to the sign stealing stuff, like you say, sign stealing stuff, SSS. Um, going back to that, we've heard plenty of people say that everybody does it. There's video like we literally watch film every week. Like when I was playing football, I remember just watching film. I remember anything a quarterback would say, you're like, watch the play so you know when he says this, you kind of see what they're trying to say. Because I went up to high school. They're not going to have every week a different cadence for everything like they do in the NFL. So if you hear him
Yeah,
say call out something, you're like, okay, what? When I remember watching film and he called that out, they ran to the right or they did a bootleg to the left. So that's kind of the stuff that I remember when I was playing football stuff we watched. So that's why I was like, I didn't really think it was a big deal, but apparently it's a big deal. But I mean,
yeah,
that's just me, my opinion. So
yeah. It's I don't know. We'll see that. But also, just recently, the president of the University of Michigan left and went to Florida.
oh,
He's the president of Florida.
uh-huh.
So I think there might be some monetary punishments coming too,
Um,
possibly.
mm,
So, well, that's yeah. The
all right.
timing of all that is suspicious.
Very suspicious.
All right, and one last thing. This happened, I think, last week. President Donald Trump announced the College Sports Commission, aiming to address college athletics. They're gonna um, tackle issues like athletic compensation, transfer regulations, and NIL, and basically they want to preserve non-revenue sports. The head, or actually, it's co-chaired by Alabama's former coach Nick Saban, and then Texas Tech Board of Regents Chairman Cody Campbell will be co-chairs. Which Nick Saban, if there's a guy that you want to oversee this, he would be the guy
Yeah,
for
for
sure.
sure. Yeah, for sure. He's been there, done that.
So
Um,
some of
go ahead.
I was to say some of the stuff they're going to do is regulate NIL compensation, oversee the transfer portal, ensure Title IX compliance, which is gender equality in sports,
Yeah. What's
and they
crazy
want
is,
to.
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
I was just going to say one more thing, and
Yeah.
they want to preserve the Olympic non-revenue sports. I guess they're worried about Olympians starting to ask for compensation, maybe.
Yeah.
For
Well,
so
don't
yeah.
think the U.S. already pays the Olympians, don't they? I thought they did.
Oh, I'm not sure how that works.
Yeah, I thought. I'm not sure either. I'm just assuming. I thought the Olympians got paid by the U.S. If you representing the U.S., I thought you would think you would get paid by them. But
Yeah, yeah, I'm not really sure how that works.
what was I gonna say? Well, I was gonna say it's crazy that the government had to get involved to fix what's going on in college football.
Yeah. Well, I think we talked about this the other day. I think the SEC and Big Ten kind of already was trying to do that,
Yeah,
but they were more focused on the playoff right now. But yeah, I think some of the bigger conferences should have stepped up and
Yeah,
did something here, but because I don't think there's anyone that doesn't agree that it needs to change.
yeah. Well, that's what happened. So, and I said this before. We said this before. That's what happens when you give players too much power. You know,
Yeah,
they got all this power, and now they're using their power, and the coaches this year are finally trying to say, you know what, no, you're not going to do that. Like the whole Tennessee and
yeah, yeah. Iko Maliava.
yeah, so
Yeah, they're starting to stand up, and then Arkansas against Io Maliava's brother. They're gonna try to collect some of the money back that they paid him.
yeah, that's crazy. That's crazy. But anything else, Scotty?
Um, I think that's all I have for news this week.
College news brought to you by Scotty. Now we're moving on to the schedule release, ladies and gentlemen. So it took forever for the ESPN to put their schedule up, so I couldn't copy and paste and make it all look nice and everything, like I was trying to do. It wasn't going to look nice, but I couldn't figure it get it out. But I finally got this Cowboys schedule here, so we're just gonna share screen. See, you're gonna see what I see. Tell me what you think. Uh, Scotty, we'll go with the Cowboys, and then we can kind of talk over. I know you know the Giants a little bit, and then
Yep.
maybe I can see if I can find some games that are important dates. So real quick, again, Cowboys start off at Philadelphia Eagles. Before I get started with that, let me stop and pause and say, my wife sent me this, and she said the opening game, Philadelphia Cowboys. Me in my head was, oh shit, that's a Thursday night game. We're not going to be able to go to that game. And she said, how are we going to go to the game? I was like, it's a Thursday. No, she said, why would we go to the game? I said, it's a Thursday night game. And she was like, they're playing in Philadelphia. She like, you know, the Super Bowl champions play at home first game to reveal. I was like, oh yeah. So she told me to turn in my man card and everything. So I she put me in my place there. So my bad. Huh? My football card? Yeah, my football card. Told me to turn in. But Cowboys opened up the season with against the Eagles in Philadelphia on NBC Thursday night. I already took the next day off, September 5th, Scotty. So I'm gonna get drunk. What'd you say? What'd you say when I said I'm gonna take the next day off?
Who, me?
Yeah.
Um,
'Cause I thought I was gonna take the next day off.
yeah, I don't remember.
You said I'm gonna cry. Huh?
Yeah, there.
Okay, I'm gonna do it right now.
That was like 2 days ago. I don't remember.
Uh, I did. Yeah, you said yeah, because they're gonna lose. You're gonna be staying at home crying. I was like, I don't give a shit. I'm gonna be drinking and watching the game. Week 2, we go. Cowboys open up against the Giants here at home. That's gonna be an easy win there. And then we're going. The Cowboys are going to Chicago September 21st. That's gonna be a good one. We're gonna find out who Chicago is. I'm not sure what the Chicago schedule looks like, but
Yeah,
And then damn, they got the Packers on NBC again. Another that might be a Sunday night game. That Sunday night game right there against the Packers. And Green Bay's coming here. Ooh. But it's a night. Then you got the going to the Jets, going to Carolina. Washington's coming here October 19th. Then they're going to the Broncos. That should be a good one too. A Monday Night Football against Arizona here. Then you got the bye week. Cowboys got a week 10 bye week. Then we go to Las Vegas. Then Eagles come here the 23rd. That's a Sunday game. Yep. What time is that? It don't have the time, does it, for the game? Nope, it don't have the times. I know the primetime games, but I don't know what time the other games are. Well, I guess you kind of figure it out. Then you got Thanksgiving against the Chiefs. You know, I really wanted to go to the Chiefs game. I was like, I'll go to the Chiefs, but it's on Thanksgiving. I don't want to be at a football. I mean, we went one time to a Thanksgiving game. Cowboys lost, but what I didn't like was, I don't know. I guess I just like being at home. I'm so used to being at home watching the Cowboys game on Thanksgiving, eating and taking naps, and
Yeah.
So, then December 4th, Detroit Lions on Prime TV, on Prime Video. I guess that's a primetime game. Then Minnesota comes here, another prime game. It was on a primetime game on NBC, December 14th. Then the Chargers come into town. The Commanders on Christmas. We're gonna get a good Christmas gift when they kick Commanders' ass on Netflix. And then they got the January 3rd or 4th against the Giants. But it says week 15 and 18 are to be determined. So it might be a flex game. So
Yeah, depending on the records, probably.
yeah, for sure.
If the Giants Cowboys game has like wild card or playoff implications, it could be a primetime game.
Yeah.
But if they're both out, then
Do they have? Let's see if Giants have their schedule up. Nope, they don't have their schedule yet.
I have it here. We open against at Washington, and then at Cowboys, and then home Sunday night home against the Chiefs, and we have the Chargers,
Yeah.
Saints, and then we play the Eagles. They did this to us last year. The Eagles, Broncos, and then Eagles again. Except last year was at the end of the season. We played them twice within 3 weeks. And then 49ers, Bears, home against Packers, then away at Lions and at Patriots, and then week 14 bye. And then we have Commanders at home, Vikings at home, at Raiders, and then home against the Cowboys. Week 18.
So yeah, it's a pretty good schedule for the Giants. Especially, I mean, it's gonna be tough at the beginning. Cowboys got theirs at the back end. It's gonna be tough. So they but the rematch for the Super Bowl is gonna be week 2. So that's the Eagles versus Chiefs in week 2. What do you think of the games that are out of town or out of the country?
Luckily, I'm surprised. The Giants usually always have at least one, but they don't have any. It was the Vikings. They have 2 back to back.
Oh yeah.
They have in Berlin, and then the next week in London, I think.
Dang.
But man, I don't mind it. Really.
Yeah.
The Giants always do good overseas.
And who are they playing? Are they playing? Are they going overseas?
Not this year, no.
Oh.
So I was surprised because typically they do, but this year they're not.
That's crazy. So this is just projected AFC playoff seed. They say Ravens are going to be 1 after their schedule release. Bills 2, Chiefs 3, Texans 4, Broncos 5, Bengals 6, and Patriots. Patriots are 7.
Patriots.
Yeah.
Huh.
Yeah, I said something. For the NFC, they got the Lions, Eagles 2, Buccaneers 3, Rams 4, Packers 5, Commanders 6, Vikings 7. The only thing with the Vikings, we don't know their quarterback. JJ McCarthy, how good he's going to be. The Commanders, people started figuring them out at the end of the season, so they didn't do so well. Buccaneers, they were a solid team last year. I don't know how much they upgraded this year. Rams always find ways to win, even though they let everybody go. They ain't got no receivers.
No.
So I don't know how they got them at 4 unless the NFC is just not that good this year.
I don't know.
Packers always are a solid team. So
Yeah.
and I mean, again, I just wish the Lions would just get their shit together. You know, they got a good team. They had a good team last year. Just folded.
Yeah. I just blew it
Yeah.
in the playoffs.
So this is projected 2026 NFL draft top 5. So this is the teams that are going to be sorry next year. Browns are going to have the first pick. Saints are going to have the second. Raiders are going to be third. Titans 4. They got a quarterback and they're still going to be at the bottom. Jets 5. That just tell you the Titans as a whole organization is just not going to be good.
Yeah, well, Titans, yeah, it's as an organization, they have lots of problems.
Yeah. Well, same with the Browns.
Yeah.
Same with the Raiders. Same with the Jets. So, well, the only ones who don't that's down there are the Saints. I think Saints organization is a good organization.
Yeah.
But yeah,
But
I mean the bottom
I
4.
think the quarterback's still in question. I think probably that's why they have him.
Yeah, they well with especially with Derek Carr retiring, so and they got a new coach, Kellen Moore, so
Yep.
We'll see. I mean, next year's quarterback class might be a little better than this year.
Yeah, I think so.
But that's all we got for some of the schedules. Oh, we got chat here, Scott. I ain't been on the chat in a while. Let's see. I know they want a Deion Sanders' son went to Cleveland. Where did the other one go? The other one got signed by Miami. Was it Miami or Jacksonville? They signed the other Sanders.
Oh, I want to say Jacksonville.
Was it Jacksonville? Who? Patriots? I don't remember. I remember seeing him getting signed. I just don't remember
Yeah.
Who signed him.
Don't forget like and subscribe for my
dad. Scotty gonna be crying when the Giants lose against the Cowboys. I already said Dallas Cowboys were established in 1960 and it's going to be Super Bowl 60, so Cowboys are in. That's my opinion tonight. No sign yet from Aaron Rodgers. Yes, Aaron Rodgers has not signed with anybody yet.
No.
Surprise, surprise.
I think at this point, I don't know what he's waiting on. He needs to retire. I don't know what he's hoping to achieve.
Yeah, I don't either. All right, we're gonna move. Yeah, we're gonna move on to the question of the day. Ah, shit! What happened here? All right, question of the day is: what game in the NFL are you looking forward to after the schedule release? So, we'll talk about that here in a second. I'll give y'all a few minutes to discuss that amongst yourself. We'll move on. Important dates. Again, I apologize. I did not get the important dates up. So that's on me. So they still got the old dates on there, as you can see. I totally forgot about that. I did everything else but the important dates. But Scotty, guess what?
Yeah.
We're at 46 subs. We're 4 away from 50.
All right.
We're right there. We're right around the corner. Right around the corner. So, but going back to the game, I'm interested to see. Again, I was looking forward to going to go see the Chiefs and the Cowboys game. I think that's going to be a good game. I think I told you earlier, Scotty. I think that's going to be the game that everybody's going to be watching. Chiefs got a lot of fans now. Go ahead, Scott.
I was say, yeah, I think that's going to be a pretty popular game.
Yeah. So, like I said, you got a lot of Chiefs fans because they're winning Super Bowls. You know, you got a lot of bandwagon fans, I'm going to call them, because they didn't have them fans when they were losing. 2, you're going to, once people, it's on Thanksgiving, so, everybody sits around and watch football anyways. 3, people are going to want to watch Chiefs beat the Cowboys. But it's not going to happen. Cowboys are going to win. Looking at the schedule, I've already projected the Cowboys are going to go 17-0. So they're going to win, and then they're going to get in the playoffs and win the Super Bowl. I've already projected it. So, what about you, Scotty? What game are you looking forward to seeing?
I'm kind of interested in seeing Giants Chiefs. That's see how the defense.
I mean,
That'll
I'm
be a
interested to
real.
see the Giants in general. Now,
Yeah,
am I interested in seeing Russell Wilson? Nah, not really. I want to see
yeah,
what Jackson Dart. But what sucks is for Russell is I think as soon as he has one back or even a loss, he can have a great game, 3 touchdowns, 275 yards, and they lose by 14 points. People are going to be saying people who don't know football are going to say we want Jackson Dart. Even
yeah.
though
Giants fans are very impatient.
but that's the thing. Giants fans
They're
are
gonna,
impatient, but their ownership and coaches are not. They stuck with Daniels for so long.
yeah, because
So,
I don't know. Yeah, they gave him way more chances than they should.
yep.
But yeah,
All right. So now
they
it's time
were. I
for.
guess
Go ahead. I'm sorry.
as I say, they were looking for the right guy, I guess, and
Is there a team besides the Giants that you're interested to see because of the draft class they got?
yeah, kind of want to see how Shador's gonna do.
Yeah, I was
Uh,
thinking Cleveland, maybe
maybe Cleveland.
Titans. I want to see what,
Yeah,
and
I
then
think.
Jacksonville. I want to see what Travis Hunter does.
Yeah, Jacksonville. I think Chargers are gonna be better than people think.
If that quarterback can stay healthy.
Yeah.
So, all right, it's time for the last word. Again, we're up to 46 subs, 46 of 50. Come on, keep passing the word along. I appreciate it. I know I've been talking to people, telling them to come check out the show. Scotty's been doing it. He's been posting it on his Facebook. So, y'all keep passing the word along. We're almost at 50. Next show will be in June, so we're taking a little hiatus again. Not sure when in June, but we will let y'all give you a heads up when we will come back again. NFL kickoffs in 113 days. So they released the schedule today. Now they have 113 days until they kick off. And guess what, Scotty? Today is 100 days until college football starts.
Yes.
So tomorrow we be in double digits, ladies and gentlemen. 99 days tomorrow. So I hope y'all are ready. Me and Scotty, we're gonna get our college knowledge together. Scotty's gonna probably know more. Nah, I'm kidding. I know a lot too about college. We both do. So anything else
Yeah.
you want to say, Scotty, before we head out?
I think that's all I have.
All right. Don't forget to like and subscribe. You heard my daughter. I know it's kind of hard. She speaks kind of low, but I'll play it again.
Don't forget like and subscribe for my dad.
So, yep. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Come back again in June. We'll be here ready to go. Kick off the NFL and college football season. Talk about hockey and basketball playoffs as well. They might be still going on. So, y'all have a good evening. Thank you, Scotty, for joining.
All right.
You have a good
See
evening.
ya.